gentlemen, I have here perhaps the most expensive gaming keyboard on the planet. This thing is straight madness. In today's video, I'm going to be unboxing it and I'm going to be doing a full review. Right off the box though, you see all of this OMNIPOINT adjustable switch propaganda. What does this mean? Relax. What that means is that theoretically you can customize one key to do two different things. So for example, if you press it really lightly, it might just register as a regular press. But if you press it all the way down, that might capitalize the key. If you're in game and you're using WASD to move around, WASD might just be a regular walk. And then if you press shift with the key, it might actually start running. And every single one of these keys can be individually programmed to do two different things based on whatever you like. That's what OMNIPOINT adjustable switches means. It's a little bit further than just actuation points. Now the tech here isn't completely new. I mean, Razer has been doing this actuation thing for a few of their keyboards already, but this is the first wireless keyboard. But does that alone justify the $240 price tag? Let's take a look. Before we get into the unboxing though, make sure to smash that subscribe button because it really helps grow a small channel like mine, and I appreciate every single one of you. Also make sure to smash the like button if you like these kinds of videos, smash the dislike if you disliked it, and let me know in the comment section below how I can improve. All right, here we go. So it slides out just like that. Honestly, so far fam, I am not feeling $240 right now. I'm just not feeling that money. Now, wow, this is, wow, okay, this is really tiny. You all know I love my small keyboards. I love these mini-sized keyboards. Ooh, this is very, it's lighter than most keyboards, but yeah, it's squeaky too. What is this? My Razers don't do this, fam. Let me just put this, so this is the 60%, right? You got the 60% keyboard here. This is the one that I'm currently using. It's also wireless, Razer Black Widow V3 Mini Hyperspeed. So this one is 65%, this is 60%. Obviously we're missing the arrow keys on the 60%. But I mean, this is heavier, but there's no squeak. This one, I know I'm just digging, but you pay $240, fam. Yeah, come on now. I don't want to hear that squeaking, all right? But let's keep it going. What else do we get inside the box? Let's take a look. Where should I put this? So also inside the box, you have a USB-C cable. Ooh, I'm kind of liking the unboxing right now. They set up these like little drawers inside. I like that. So we have the USB-C cable now. One full charge lasts you about 70 hours of playtime. My Razer does like the same thing. That is also $100 less, $150 less. So I'm just saying, all right? Inside the box, we also get this little cubby. Okay, now it's starting to really feel like a pretty big investment. You have open for keycap puller. Ooh, so we got a keycap puller built in. That's pretty nice. I'll show you how to use that later. You also have this USB-C, I'm thinking the receiver, for the actual keyboard as well, and another USB-C cable along with this one. So you can have this one connected to your computer, have this one on your desk, so you don't need to reach behind to connect it to charge to your computer or something. You can just plug it right into this, but have this like hidden away. Cool stuff, cool stuff. Okay, let's keep it moving. Also inside you have this little manual, and that's it, fam. Why does it feel so heavy? This feels heavier than the actual thing. I'm pretty sure there's nothing else. Yeah, there ain't nothing else. This is actually heavier than the keyboard. The box is heavier. Am I just being too hard? I'm not a Razer fanboy. Like, I've had SteelSeries in the past. I had a wired one. But oh well, let's take a look at these keys. So what we see here are linear keys, and basically that's going to give you a very smooth top to bottoming out ride. There's no tactile feedback. So there's no click when you hit the center or when you hit the end. You're gonna bottom out, but all the way from the top to bottoming out, it feels good. Also, the top is obviously aluminum. It's an aluminum base surrounded by a plastic case. Just gotta turn it on, see if it, yep, so it lights up. Ooh, it is actually quite bright. It's definitely brighter than my Razer Huntsman. So this is also linear keys, and they feel almost the same. The texture of the keycaps is also very, very similar. I'm actually gonna keep this up here because I think it's a good comparison. Although the SteelSeries is a little bit louder. I also have the Razer Huntsman Tournament Edition. These are also Razer red keycaps, okay? Basically, these are the loudest. So we got quite a few keyboards on the table right now. I'm just gonna push these off to the side. We're gonna focus back on the SteelSeries and just first impressions, really. On the back, we have these things. They pop out, the legs. And they are adjustable, so there's two sides. That's pretty nice. It is just extremely small, which, I mean, some people don't like, but I do. Now, if you're someone that travels around a lot, right, and you need to keep the keyboard on you, you need to carry around your keyboard, this is going to be awesome because it fits right into your backpack, literally into any like laptop pocket or anything like that. However, if you're not thinking about running around a lot and you do type a lot, then you definitely want a bigger form factor. You don't need to go full size. The 65% that I use, which has like additional up and down keys and things like that, works perfectly fine for typing. This, I have found 60% to be a little too small when it comes to typing documents and things like that. But for gaming, all of these are good. All of these are perfectly fine. So how does this SteelSeries, why is it 240 bucks? What differentiates this from these two? Let's talk about the theoretical physics of this keyboard right now. And it all has to do with the OMNIPOINT keyboard switches that the propaganda talked about on the box. So some online reviewers tested the whole OMNIPOINT thing out in game, and they were using W, A, S, and D for running around, walking around on the map, you know, first person shooter type of games. On these games, shift with the W pressed in would have you sprint, as most games do. Now, it makes sense intuitively that if you have WASD programmed to just walk with a light tap, and for example, if I wanted to sprint, I could program the whole tab to do W and shift, it would automatically have my guy running. That is not the case. When you're lightly tapping W, the person runs, but as soon as you bottom out, it cancels the W and automatically activates shift. So it doesn't keybind them together automatically, okay? What that also means is that if I press O, and for example, if bottoming out O registers K, then if I press O, go all the way down to K, and then let the key loose, it's going to register O one more time. So by pressing O, it's going to register OKO, which is really weird as well. It is definitely not intuitive, it's not so easy, and there is quite a bit of a steep learning curve, and we probably already lost the league people in the back. So say you're still here and you think that you can figure out the key binding software. Well, the good news is that SteelSeries GG, the software itself, is pretty intuitive. It's really easy to use and it offers you way too much customizability. I'm talking again, you can customize individual keys to exactly what you want them to do. Having taken it out of the box, played around with it just a little bit, would I have this on my table versus my current Razer Black Widow? So which one? I'm not even using this because this Huntsman Tournament Edition isn't actually wireless, so I have it just in storage. But between these two, would I switch my 65% Razer Black Widow to the SteelSeries Apex Pro Mini Wireless? No, for a few reasons. First of all, I don't give a damn about this whole OMNIPOINT propaganda, okay? I am perfectly fine clicking W and shift to register a person running on a map. And I get these extra keys when it comes to typing, right? I want to move up and down lines, I can use the keys. With this one, you're losing quite a bit, especially I think the biggest thing you'll notice going from a 65% to a 60% is you're losing these up and down keys. That's a pretty big deal. Furthermore, as far as build quality is concerned, this is a little bit concerning. You're paying $250 for something that has quite a bit of squeaking to it, fam. Yeah, the base is, like I said, aluminum, I mean I can tell, but the whole casing is plastic. That does make it quite a bit lighter than most others, like my Razer Black Widow is definitely heavier. The whole top is aluminum, but there's literally no noise at all. it is a solidly built keyboard. And so that's another reason why I'm definitely going to stick with the 65% over this Razer Apex Pro Mini Wireless. And finally, when it comes to the form factor, obviously this is 60%, it's smaller, but doesn't make that much more of a difference when it comes to my desk. Absolutely not. I do move my things and keyboards around frequently when it comes to studying because, hey, I need to put my iPad Pro there and I need some space to write down notes and things like that. So these keyboards do move around quite a bit on my desk, but does that much make any difference to me? No, okay, especially if I have to pay $150 extra. So to break it down for you guys, just before you buy or even thinking about buying, unless you know exactly how you're going to use that OMNIPOINT switch functionality, it's not worth getting this Pro wireless version. There's a wired version of the Apex Pro Mini as well, and so that one's like $80 cheaper. It has all the functionalities of this one. I just don't understand why this is so expensive. Maybe because it's the only wireless keyboard that offers this OMNIPOINT keys along with these actuation points when it comes to pressing it and how far down you press the key. I mean, again, that's why if you know exactly what you're going to use that for, then maybe it's worthwhile thinking about the Apex Pro Mini Wireless. But if you're not, then there's so many options on the market right now that are frankly just better than this in everything, including the price and the build quality. Really, I'm not happy about the build quality, I have to say. I'm not happy about it. It should not squeak at a $250 price point. Should not be happening, fam. So that's my conclusion. You see these two keyboards down on the table here. That's what I would say. One thing I'm looking at now is these the legend of the function keys. You probably can't even tell there because these keys are so close together. Seeing the functionality of each key is actually really hidden. Especially if you're just sitting down and typing, the keys block out the functionality. It's like with this one, you can easily tell, right? You see all that white that tells you what each function key will do. And of course, if I press down, only the function keys will light up. But on this, yeah, you're gonna have a hard time seeing that functionality because it does get covered up with the shadows. I don't know, there's just a lot I'm complaining about. It is what it is, that's the truth. I am a kind of a Razer fanboy, but not really. I mean, if something better comes along, I'll jump to it. But in this case, today, just not happy. It's not doing it for me. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about the Razer Apex Pro Mini Wireless. The name is too long too. I'm just kidding. Now I'm just gonna complain about everything, aren't I? What you guys thought about this review, and if you want to see more content like this, let me know in the comment section below. Until next time, take it easy. Peace.